Hello people, before you will see this very, very private message, very private, very sentimental message that I will put here about something like 9 months ago. Through a DJ in Israel, I knew I had connection through Facebook with a person by the name of Peter Klitschin. He's a Belgian citizen, he's about 60, 61 years old, and he is a big, let's say, he pretends to be a big businessman and knowing a lot of people. In general, this person even know that he knew our situation here with the family and that mother has Alzheimer's for 10 years. He was also in a visit. He was also here in the house. He saw the mother, the caregiver and everything. This person conned me. He tricked me, and through different promises and different things, in our situation, he stole from me 5,000 euros. After I talked with some people, I understood that he did it also in the past to other people. But I will put a picture of him, Peter Klitschin, a Belgian citizen, and he's spending a lot of time in Amsterdam and pretending to be a great businessman, or etc., etc., etc. And this is the person. Bye. Hi to all. To all the people that in the last few years saw my videos, to the people that are following me, and I'll make it short. I already put it in the past a few private messages, videos. Okay, now I'm after a very, very heavy 10-11 days of coughing because of a flu or something, a cold and flu. And this fell exactly, unfortunately, at a time where I've been now already for 6 sessions of chemotherapy. My diagnostic was about 4.5-5 months ago, about a large T-cell lymphoma, which is a very more rare kind of lymphoma and a more aggressive one. But already after the 3 sessions on the PET-CT, it showed that it, compared to the one before, that it showed the places where there were cancer activity. It didn't show anymore. So I have passed already another 3, and now I will have to pass another PET-CT, another few exams, and they will collect. I will go to a special hospital. They have a special machine that collects. I have to make some injections that it will the bone marrow. It will make it artificially make it work harder and to make more stem cells, white cells, and then I will they will collect for a few hours. They will collect, then they will keep it in a very in almost 190 something Celsius degrees under 0, and then a period of a week and a half more or less, and then I go to isolation. I will pass some other chemo, 6 days in a row, very strong one, different than the 6 sessions before, because it meant that if there are some still small microscopic places or small places which is still, they got used to the other 6 sessions, these 6 days, one after another, a lot more stronger chemotherapy, will supposed to kill them, if completely destroy them if they are, then a day break, and then they will bring from the other place, the other hospital, the stem cells. They will, and then they will put them like an infusion through me, And then I will have another few very, very bad days because I will be almost without immune system at all. And I can have temperature, I can have some infections, little wounds in the mouth or in the swallowing system, or even different things. Each person reacts differently. So that's why I will be in isolation, and I will be checked up every day, every hour. And then the stem cells, my stem cells, which are clean, and that they put them again, then they're supposed to go to the right place, to the bone marrow, and to create slowly the immune system. And then eventually I will be after all the bad period of time, and hopefully it will never come back, hopefully. Of course I will have checkups, but this message is because I want if there are any people, because my dream since a young teenager and always was music, singing, and I passed a lot of crises, a lot of very hard life. I was singing there and that, and a festivities group and another group, and then and that, and I also met some unpleasant people through my life, and of course I am very sensitive. So I'm still more husky because of the cold and still coughing. I'm on antibiotics now. So what I'm looking is if there is any producer, any singer, composer, anyone that I can cooperate with. I'm already 56 years old, and I want very much to be able, at least at the last third of my life, to be able to make things, original stuff. I would like also to go abroad to show my talent and also my life story, which is not a usual life story since the age of teenager, where I've passed a lot of hard life, hard crisis, and I'm not ashamed to say it. It's not something that I chose. It's something that it is like a 10% of the people. When I was a teenager, at around 13, 14, I felt that I thought that something was strange with me, and I was in a lot of anxieties. And the thing is that I felt that I'm more attracted to my own kind. And this is something that is from birth. It's not something that you choose. And I was in a lot of crises. I had a lot of anxieties and fears and many other things. My parents didn't know what to do. I developed OCD. And they put me in all kinds of places, not usual places. They pumped me with pills. When I was 14 and a half, they asked my parents if they can give me electric shock in the head. My parents didn't agree. So from the age around 14 and a half to 18 plus, I was with time off in different places, and I passed things that a teenager shouldn't have to pass. And at that time, I found a love to music. And since then, I was struggling. I always used to hear, "You have a great voice. You have a big voice. What are you doing in Israel? Go to the world. You don't have things to do. You don't have nothing to do here in Israel with your voice." And then I was a candidate for the academy. The headmaster of the voice department, she said, "It's a outstanding tenor, potential of tenor. I don't hear it every day. And I would like you to come to do exams to prepare yourself for the academy." And at that particular year, I passed a simple operation. And the doctor did to me here a very nasty cut. Very nasty cut. They took the gallbladder out. It was about 30 years ago, almost. And he did it in a very horrible way, and he touched the nerve here, and a big part of the right rectus muscle in the wall of the abdominal wall is an atrophy. Of course, this put me again in anxiety and depressed, and all the direction of classical, I didn't focus on that anymore. And many other things in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, I'm participating heavily in taking care of, with a caregiver of my Heavenly Mother. I've paid a lot of personal sacrifice. And I would like very much, in the last 3 years, I have a small problem that I would also like to take care of the voice. But still, with the problem, you see how I sound. And I would like very much, if there is someone that can relate to my story, maybe another musician, to make maybe a song together about struggle, about cancer, about a dream, about don't want to let go, don't want to stop dreaming, don't want to let go all this love of music and dream and fight. There are many people that make big careers and they don't have voices at all, almost. And my pain is that I've always had this kind of special voice, and God gave me, put in front of me all the biggest and greatest obstacles. And for the last 5 months, almost, I'm fighting this cancer. I have this now shorter time, but the most difficult time, which I told you what I will have to go through. But I want to find something that will put a light in my life, something that will bring a lot of hope. So I'm looking for knowing some people from Canada, from the States, from Europe, I don't know from where, but to cooperate, to make an original song, something maybe together. Today everything can be done. I can record piece here and can send, or I would like, after I will get better, to go someplace, to do something with a producer, or I don't know, whatever. But I don't want to. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. Bye. Thank you.